Oh, this camera's really bright. Oh no. I guess because it's bright outside anyway. Hopefully it'll get darker. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another Unreal Engine 5 game development live stream where we're back in our gas course project. A game built from scratch, obviously from C++ blueprints, the gameplay ability system, and all that good stuff. So today we're going to be working on migrating our damage number pipeline code to C++. And let me see if I could take down exposure a little bit. That's sort of better. I'll have to make things a little brighter now. That's relatively better, I think. But if I do this and try to turn ISO down a little bit, okay, that seems better. I don't want to focus too much on it. So yeah, we're going to be working on migrating our damage numbers to C++. I already kind of started doing this over the weekend and yesterday. So we're going to just go over what's happening, what we're trying to do, and kind of see if we can get it to work. But there is a current problem where like the damage number does show up, but it's showing up at 0, 0. And it's always at 0, 0, I think. And then it follows the enemy. So we're gonna fix that. And I found the reason, I think. The reason for this is because in my damage pipeline, let me open it up. I have the controller open, my character, or this input buffer stuff. But yeah, my melee trace system, I'm sending an event with the payload and all that information, and I am confirming that I'm constructing a hit result and I'm sending it along. But when my player controller gets it, there is no hit result data, and from what I can understand, there's this generic gameplay callback event, and that's the reason why. Like apparently this doesn't bring that data along for some reason. So one of the suggestions that I saw online is to create like an ability, and that ability listens for that and just kind of slingshots it along. So we'll try that. We'll see if that works. Never really happy about that, but we'll see. So damage number. So we create a new blueprint class, do gas course gameplay ability. We'll call it GA underscore damage number, or GA receive damage number. We can open this up, and we're gonna go under ability. It's gonna be instant, no slot. We don't really want it to show or anything. No stacking or anything. Instancing policy, retrigger instance ability, sure. And we're gonna do ability triggers, and we're gonna do a trigger event. So on hit, I believe. I think that's the way it's written. There's this gameplay event on hit. So yeah, gameplay on hit. And then we can do event, activate ability from event, get this ability data. Let's print whether or not we get the target data information. So has hit result. Just gonna print that, and we could just end the ability there just to prove it before we take it a step further. Now we gotta add this to our character's ability set. So AS player, I think. Character base. We have all these, so we're going to do this. And it doesn't need to be activated via input. So I should be able to just say damage number. Shouldn't complain. And I think that's everything. So we can see what happens. So I get false and then true. Which I think is accurate because isn't accurate. Am I printing false somewhere else? Let me bypass this real quick. Am I getting false somewhere? Yes. Where am I printing that? Let's look. Print string. LGA example, player controller, probably. Yeah. So that makes sense. So I'm going to do that. Let's put this back in. We should see true. So bam, and then true at the top, which is all good. And now, I think, like I'm still receiving the damage number though, right? Yeah, there's the 1. So I gotta see how I need to do this, because I have like a get player controller, active info. Now what am I doing explicitly in code here? Can I call on damage dealt callback? Okay. Maybe I can make this public. Make it a U function. Blueprint callable, category. That's fine, I think. Now what's the problem? Inappropriate. Cannot have an exposed pointer to this type. Okay. So it can't be a U function. So I think I need to get rid of this generic fallback. That. I think that's all I need to do. Let's see what happens. Okay, slow and steady. Yeah, you guys can't really see well. Let me zoom in again so people can read what I'm actually doing. My bad on that. And the reason why I want to pass in the hit result is so I know where exactly to draw the damage number. And potentially, maybe I don't even want that. Maybe there to be like a special position Because like, what if we introduce big enemies? You know. So do you create and destroy widgets for every hit? I do. So probably not the most performant thing in the world. But yeah, for every hit, and then if it's critical, I'm creating a second widget. I saw somewhere people have been using like Niagara to like draw the number with some sort of material, and maybe that could work better. But yeah, I definitely want to move. That's why partially I'm moving the logic to C++. And maybe I could make this creation of these widgets asynchronous. We'll have to see. But I'm also, you know, obviously it'll be hard to control it, but I know I'm hoping just not a lot going on with damage numbers. You know, maybe it would be better to, maybe it's okay. Like maybe I should like create, like, how do I say this? Like maybe I have to, like I create a widget if I need it, and then when it's done, leave it in memory. And then the next time I need one, pull from that one, like show it again with the new damage number and reinstantiate it. And then, you know, next time I create a damage number and there isn't one already created and available, I just pull from that or something like that. I don't know. Pretty much like, kind of like object pooling, but with widgets, I guess. So let's hit them. So we're getting true. So now what we need to do is, get player controller damage dealt callback. So I should just have to like slingshot this payload and then end ability. Hey Vinigero, how you doing? Thanks for popping in. No worries for being late. There's no, a wizard's never late. So now I should get double true, which I do. I'm seeing a 0. Now my FPS isn't the greatest. I could type, for the love of God. Yeah, maybe it's because I'm streaming as well, but I'm not sure why I'm getting a 0. Let's put a breakpoint in. So let's see the event data. The event magnitude is 0. Why is that? Maybe, okay, hold on. I have an idea. Maybe it's because of where I'm doing this in my melee ability. I'm planning to use GPU particles for damage numbers and just see integration with gas on that. Yeah, I've seen somewhere people have done that. I don't remember where, but I think it's probably worth it in the end instead of drawing widgets all the time. Okay, so apply damage to target, and then there is event.gameplay.onHit. Set to the current target. So this is where we're applying damage. So we do apply damage to target, then we do eternal. So eventually we get to the point where I am sending apply gameplay effect to spec. I think it's within the what's it? Inside of my calculation class, where I don't know where that is. See ability cost. We have damage, execution. We do all of this stuff, and then we do. We do on damage dealt. That's what we want. That makes sense. So we actually want to do on damage dealt. So let's try this again. So we have a 1. Yeah, target data is empty. So the issue actually is basically somewhere along here, because there is like get context, get hit result, but it doesn't seem like that's passing. So we get here. Yeah, so it bypasses this because there is no hit result. So let me see. So we passed target data here. Well, let's make our way in. Okay, so the issue seems that we're just not passing along the hit information. As we go here, we get the targets, and then for target within targets, apply target data or apply damage to target. And we're passing that. So I think I need to potentially pass along a hit result or something. Because there is an F damage context that I made, this custom struct, and it does have a hit result. So it seems like I'm just not, I forgot to do it, maybe. So yeah, let's run through this step by step again. So for each, can I say damage context hit result equals target handle? There's not like a get hit result thing, right? So is there a, so you gameplay ability What is it that I'm looking for? Library. So you ability system library, I think. Blueprint library. Nope. And then get hit result from target data. And I need to pass in the target handle, and it would have to be the index here. So I think I have to do a better loop here. So for int, I suck at remembering how to write a for loop. Oh, when in doubt. Okay, autocomplete kind of did it for me. So let's see, int, yeah, target index, blah blah blah. Great. Don't judge me. Lyra does damage numbers with Niagara. You can check that. Oh, okay. It's good to know there is actually a reference. Because I'm not really doing much in terms of styling for the numbers, maybe eventually. But something that I would need to figure out, and I'm sure it's doable, but I would like to have the damage numbers animate in a way that makes sense for the damage type. So what I have, like for burning and stuff, like the burn damage numbers, I want there to be kind of like a little like shake and like moving and stuff, like it's fire. Ice would have like maybe something to it. Shock might have something to it. I'm sure it's doable in Niagara. I'm just not that good in Niagara. So it would be something to definitely dig into. But yeah, thanks for letting me know. It's good to know. So this is read only. I'll need to remember. We're gonna have to see if this will compile. Yeah, I think it's a Niagara flip book. I'm researching how this texture should look like. Okay, cool. Because yeah, in the end, like, yeah, using a Niagara system will probably be for the best. I'm not sure how it would exactly work. Like would I spawn? Well, I mean, there's also, I forget the name of it. It's like this new thing from Niagara where you can have like one system and it can just like spawn stuff at different locations. I forget what the system is called, but maybe that could also work. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. Okay, so that managed to be successful. So a gameplay queue? No, I mean, in this case, we could maybe use a gameplay queue, but let's see if I can find the information online. Find what I'm looking for. I don't know. I'm trying to blank. If I remember what it is, I'll write in the Discord. So we managed to compile. That's great. And it seems like for physical damage types, I just noticed I am passing in a hit result. I'm sure a lot of my code could be written 1,000 times better, but because there's applied damage, target handle, and yeah, damage context is no longer an input thing. Let me just see, apply physical. So yeah, there is a yeah, so maybe I should just pass a hit result. Kind of like this instead. Or I just take it from the target data handle. And maybe I don't need to expose the damage context like that. Because maybe I can just kind of construct my own damage context in that case. So apply damage to target. That's what. And like, again, what is damage context? What does it need? Hit result, damage type, granted tags. Let's see, apply a fire damage. So it does damage. Fire it also does hit result, so I think I just need to do a hit result. I'll have to see. So missing function parameter description for the okay. But no, I don't think it can work like that for this target handle. Ah. Let's move that. Like, this all seems fine. Okay, redundant qualifier because we're there maybe. wonder if I even need damage context here. Yeah, because maybe I need to pass in damage type or something. Let's make this F gameplay tag, damage type, and then what's the word? What was the other parameter? Granted tag, so. Did the state tree based combo work well? I'm wrapping up inventory and plan to do melee combo next. Not sure yet which approach to try. Yeah, it ended up working pretty well, honestly. Still some hiccups here and there, but I think it works how I intend it. At least I think so. We'll have to see how scalable it'll end up being. But for now, I think it's pretty good, honestly. I think that should work well. Yeah, because right now I'm doing my damage numbers, and then I want to work on my. I've been debating on whether or not I want to have block and parry, but I think I will, and I want to try to come up with something relatively creative for the parry system and blocking, I suppose. Where I don't even know it quite yet, because like I don't even have enemies that attack me, so I have to also make this dummy character shoot something at me at the very least. Because I'd like to see, like when you parry something or when you block something, I would like the shield that you have to kind of store that kinetic energy, sort of like the Wakanda Black Panther suit, you know. I forgot the material, vibranium. I think it would be pretty cool. And then you can use like different abilities to unleash the energy that you stored. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking about. And you know, you can mix different damage types, or you can only use a certain damage type. So you have to know when to block, when to parry, and you can kind of see what charges you have. So yeah, let's fix a couple things because things are broken. I mean, that is actually probably better if I wrote it like that. I am just ass fucking backwards today, I think. Let's try this one last time. And I can say maybe... I don't know, should I pass in a hit result? And I say like... This can't be const. I say like, you know, if damage context that hit result is a blocking hit, not a blocking hit. Maybe that's okay? Let's find out. Looks like we got some spam on the Twitch chat. Let's ban them. Bye. So let's compile it once more. Then we'll see if we got this right. First, we'll see if it compiles, but then we gotta see how our function looks. So yeah, we got a bunch of errors probably still in some places. Let's see. Sorry, I got distracted by Slack and work. So let's look. We have damage context here, so we can go with BAM. So maybe we don't pass along a hit result. The target data handle will handle it there. What was the other one? I just want to double check. There was errors earlier with, besides the explode on ability 3. On my other monitor. Derp. Okay. And then melee base. We're back at square one. So we have damage type physical, yeah. Damage context hit result. Is this right? Why is there two versions of apply damage to target handle? Oh. Because it's a broken struct. Whoops. So let's see. So now it returns true. Still showing as 0, 0. Okay, let's let's go here. So it's true. Just so we can see stuff a little better, let's just make this quote-unquote fire damage. Yeah, there's the one. Let's so why, let's see, because now we're kind of back, we're drawing numbers again. So we get to add damage, so we also get payload. So let's see what our damage data looks like. Do we get information? So let's let this evaluate. So yeah, on damage dealt, target data looks good, has some number on it. That's good. But yeah, it's not showing on screen the way I was hoping for. Hey, thanks for the follow, Georgie. Oh my lord, Georgia Deante. Sorry if I butchered that. I'm sure I did, but nonetheless, thanks for the follow. It's much appreciated. How you doing? So yeah, this damage number seems to be 0, 0, 0. So let's see what information we get. Because on tick, this is where we're updating our damage number. So there is stuff that I'm doing vector 0, so maybe something is failing. I do have some logging. Honestly, I might have too much logging. Might get lost in the sauce. So we hit them once. Let's go to our output log. So hit result is null. Is what I'm seeing. Is that something that's in here? Where do I have hit result is null? Under player controller. Okay. Not sure why it's null. Alright, let's just for the sake of testing something, let's hit, bam. Let's see where we go. So we're good. We're good. We're getting all that. So we are getting some damage position. Honestly, we gotta fix that someday. Yeah, this is where it's gonna get kind of tricky, I guess, because now we gotta figure out what could potentially be wrong here. But also, again, what I'm confused about is the fact that I'm getting false here, right? Am I getting false here? No, I'm getting true. Which part of the player controller? So on damage dealt callback, which I'm calling here. So I go like that, bam. I'm receiving true. The target data is once again kind of empty. And then by the time I get here, here's my target data. Seems fine. Oh wait, hit result is not null. I gave my I just like Uno reversed my own ass. But everything is fine. I'm getting a hit result. But yeah, that number is just off. I am just confusing myself left and right, people. My bad. Get player. Sure. Maybe I can also draw where the hit location is. Draw sphere. Break. Hit result. Let's draw a white box or sphere. Let's see, are we getting it where we expect? Yeah. That looks right. That. Let's draw this a little smaller, but we'll keep it in the world for a little bit. Bam. Getting some stuff here. Blah, blah, blah. Great. Sorry, just looking at our Discord, seeing some stuff. So from what I understand, we are getting the right data. So like we need to do basically kind of a comparison because I have it still in blueprint a little bit. So damage number panel. I have my logic disconnected, but this is more or less what I'm needing to do, like on tick, updating the position. I'll move the code on screen. We'll just kind of go over it. So we did these things. We stored the target location. Then we X location. Let's do this. So add hit damage. I always forget I put my editor on the other monitor. So we get it here, right? We have damage data. Hit result. We got all this nice information passed in. Then we eventually get to here. So I'm assuming, where's my mouse here? I'm assuming I'm doing something wrong here. I gotta break it down in my head. Because I get, am I properly? So add damage text. Get damage position. Let's do this. Because maybe that's all kinds of messed up. We do bam, so we get here. So we're getting the damage location here. Because the target is true. But something's still messed up. Like, I think I have to change that line here. I think I gotta say, I have to ask this first, I think. Or it's like, okay, do I have damage? Like, do I have a hit result already? Else, like that, and then maybe like that. Let's do a hot reload. What is the problem? The problem is the damage number is not really showing what I'd imagine it being, as compared to how I was working earlier. So I'm just going kind of break pointing through the flow to see if I can catch what's wrong. So right now I'm trying to see, because like before I was telling it to use the target's location, which seemed it should work, but it didn't. So I'm just gonna check on my other monitor here, see if there's any differences here. So let's run through this. Bam. So it's true. Why was that true? Let's break this down again. Okay, so yeah, because it's critical damage. Let's remove that for a second just to make sure we're not going crazy. Because I do want to make sure we just get to here. It's like I want to see if when it's normal damage, not critical or anything. Like obviously I want to spawn the critical damage above the head, like the word critical. So yeah, now I'm getting here. But it's not really anything. Okay, I'm getting some funky stuff. Let's just start from scratch, recompile it. Maybe I also have to. Maybe I have to do add damage text first. We'll see. Let's see, moment of truth, mayhaps. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Open this bad boy back up. Now, of course, I want to put a breakpoint back here. Here, yeah. So let's see what happens. So we get here. Get the hit result, all fine and dandy. Yeah. For some reason, all right, so out the image position seems to be a very big number. Which doesn't make a lot of sense here. Where did I put that breakpoint? Critical hit, right? I think we need to log this because I'm not sure. We log temp, warning, position equals, and then I say something like damage data dot target data dot maybe I have to write it like this. So like F vector damage position, put that like that. I'm gonna say ability system blueprint library. Target data has hit result. Get hit result from target data. Maybe I have to do location. Let's see. Okay. So now, hopefully, I'll see a number that makes sense. So, bam. Let me look at the log. Would be good if I can read my own log here. Yeah, that looks like it makes sense. But let me the same thing here. So out damage position. I want to make sure that these numbers match. So bam. So more or less they do. There's a little bit of difference, but it's negligible. So now because my fear is maybe because like I am making this f vector 2D 0 vector. I'm wondering if this fails and I still get 0 or something. So let's do a hit. Wha-bam. Okay, so I'm at least not getting not 0. I'll see if I make this full screen. I don't know if that matters. There's definitely a weird offset, and there's a point where it doesn't show ever. Is there a way for me? Let's see if I can. Trying to see if there's anything I could do to like make the original one work, so I can make comparisons on like the values I'm getting. Yeah, because for some reason this tick isn't really working. If I make a parent, if I make a call to the parent, does it tick? Should start ticking immediately, which it doesn't. Class settings, class defaults. Anything with tick. Up. Crash. No. Oh my god. The editor is crapping its pants. Can I just stop? Can I print? Will it constantly print hello? Yes. Fair enough. Can I print this? No. So I'm guessing these damage number trackers isn't really a thing. So I'm never really calling these. I do like event add damage number or hit. There's add critical hit, which is not really a thing. I need to be able to debug this, so let's see. Let's get the implementation. Is that the word I'm looking for? Blueprint and native event. So there's that. Then I need to damage numbers get right. Let's see if that will compile. Because once I want to see if I can prove still the old blueprint logic. And if I see that the blueprint logic is working, then I need to like kind of do a breakdown of what the C++ is doing wrong. Should make my life a little bit easier, but you know, when you only get like, I don't know, 40-ish minutes left. So we got some problems. What did I do? Unknown character. So I pressed something, I think. Whoopsie. Classic mistake. Okay. Oh, we got him. So what we just did is we made these add damage text and add critical hit text Blueprint native events, so I should be able to override them in Blueprint if I wanted to. I don't know if I'll really need to. I just need to make sure I have damage numbers. So let me see. Get damage numbers. What happens? Okay. For the sake of double checking everything, let us disable this logic in tick. So let us comment these things out. And let's do another compile. And let's see if any damage number at all shows up. Doesn't look like it. Of course, we're gonna get some slate problems. So let me go here. So yeah, we're not printing anything. Oh, because I'm still not putting in the right key here. Keys. Target, and damage numbers here. Find, and I delete anything. Where else am I using this? So find by name. Ah, now. So probably up here, right? What's wrong? Critical hit. Good. Good. Hit. Okay. So we're still, well, you know, I'm getting something in the corner, which is interesting. Can I print anything like hello? All right, so I am getting hello. So we're doing this the old school way. Ah, because this is never valid. So should now hopefully get a breakpoint. Still no. And there's also this. I'm like blind, and then yeah, get target size. I'm sure it needs to be this. Get cache geometry. I don't know if it needs to be that, but let's see. All right, so yeah, we're getting the right damage number showing. So there's like a discrepancy in my values. It's fine that I'm not getting a breakpoint, whatever. So So what I want to say is, print string append. We'll say, like, so blueprint version location, and we do that, right? And then in code, I will let this tick, except I won't set position, but I will log the position. And I'll say C++ version location. And hopefully the logs will be sort of clear. Because ideally it'll be two different numbers, and we can kind of know something's fucked up in C++. I can't expect anything more than that at the moment. If I do that, cool. Output log. So C++, you guys can't really see it, but they're the same. So I'm not too sure why that doesn't work then. Let me do that. That's making 0 sense. Yeah, C++ version, still the same. So I'm doing, as canvas slot set position. Is there any other set positions? Is it like set desired position? Like, what's the difference here? Let me look. I doubt that'll make a difference. So now we're basically getting some inconsistency problems, where one version works, the other one doesn't. Yeah, it's showing in the corner. I really don't want to have to use the blueprint implementation. Am I setting the right position? So U canvas panel slot as canvas panel slot. Seems okay. Current damage number. Store damage position. So all this seems okay. Just the setting of the position is not great. Is there any other way I can test this? Can I say so I'm going to make a testing property here. Memory only, sure. It's going to be a vector. We're going to just call it position. And then I'm going to say and I'm going to just take that. Oh yeah, it's a vector 2D. That. I want to maybe just run tick in the C++ and then pass along that vector 2D. And just see if passing along the vector 2D that way into the blueprint version of set position, it'll look correct. And then if it does look correct, then I don't know what's the worst outcome. If it looks correct or not, because if it looks correct, then I don't know what is the difference. I should also comment this out. So I'll have to do a hot reload when I get in there. Okay. So we're in. So basically, instead of doing all of that, I would do, well, I guess I could do that and pass this in here. Except here, I would just do position. And then we gotta make sure we do a reload again. And let's see if it draws correctly. Okay. I guess that's good that it doesn't. Maybe I have to. I'm curious if the screen to local is what's doing it. No. Yeah, so whatever it is in Blueprint, I'm getting the results that I want. Honestly, my frame rate sucks ass, but but yeah, I wonder if anyone's run into this at all. So yeah, world project, world location to widget position, player view, relative. It's like, again, it all seems like it matches. Look at my output log. Am I not printing? I am. Alright, so I am getting a warning here. Failed damage number position calculation. Returning 0. Let me do that again. Not sure why one failed. So there is a failed damage number position calculation. Is it with the whole, like, jump attack? Okay, so this fails. That fails for some reason sometimes. But other times it's good. So that's final out damage position. Okay, so now there's discrepancy, which I don't know why. Let's look. So blueprint version location is 1223, whereas the C++ location is 168 by 1049. Okay, at least we're getting two different numbers, which is good, I suppose. But I would now need to know where. So let's go step by step again. So we're going to do print here. Do this append. I'm going to say blueprint version, and then I'm going to say, so world location used. And yeah, I'm going to pass in that. Then in code, I have to say now maybe the problem is like because I'm using this. So what's the value that I need to do? So in stored location, right? So UE log temp, and I'm gonna just say so C++ version in stored position, aka damage world position. Let's see where we get. So we hit. Okay. I don't like that spam in the blueprint. Is it still spam it in blueprint? Okay, it does, but whatever. Let's look. Okay, so it does use the same stored number. So that's good. Let's again print this out. C++ again. So again, I'm looking at final out position. Do a compile of that. Just to confirm again that the values are different. Let's look. So damage number blueprint version location is 1203 by 615, whereas the final damage position is like, yeah, 41 by 1125. So there is a huge discrepancy on these numbers. I don't know why I thought they were the same. So viewport scale, I'm doing that. So I'm gonna look with my C++ on the other screen so we can just look at blueprints here. So let's break this down, right? So we're getting the stored location. So we have the in stored position already. And we know that's correct. And we're getting the target location, getting actor location. Then we're trying to get the player controller, so we're basically up to this point, right? And so the world location, I'm adding. Okay, so I think I know the problem. I'm not adding the stored. So basically this vector, I'm not adding it to this line here. So maybe I just have to say plus in stored position. Let's find out. So we smack. And then we get the blueprint version 1085 by 523. Now the final position is actually matching. So in theory, I should just be able to disconnect this and then do this. Compile and do a reload. And then, yes. All right, so we fixed that. So let's make this a physical image. Now let's clean up our code a little bit. Let's get rid of all of these loggings real quick. That's fine. Don't need this anymore. That's fine. So now, yeah, here I gotta add my damage number text. So I think I have to say something like this. And not sure if I need to do anything. That. We do that, add damage number. that anymore. Let's see if we see the critical hit one. Hey, Shady Ether, how's it going? Thanks for popping in from YouTube. It's much appreciated. Let's see now if we get the critical hit text. And we do. Yeah, like the offset's not the greatest. But let's see. Now, obviously everything is critical at the moment, but it's whatever. So I think that all works. So I should be able to just nuke all of this. And then it's super clean. Delete everything unused. Like the damage number itself, I don't really like how much it's scaling. I don't know if I could say like 0.5. And this will look okay. Yeah, it looks a little off. Maybe I could just scale to fit. That looks awful. Scale to fit. Is that what I wanted? I did fill first. Yeah, maybe the critical. Yeah, because it makes sense that they'll get bigger, and then they get smaller as they get closer. But yeah, I need to offset the critical, I think, a little bit. Maybe we could fix that. So if critical hit, target, occupation plus F vector, maybe I need to... We have to do something here. We got a kitty. Will she join? Probably not. Well, that's crazy. She's attacking me. Cool. So I know I have to offset it, but I don't know how best to do this. Because I'm doing get damage number position. Do I need to pass in the damage number? And then can I say like, you know, F vector 2D? Then can I say like damage number UI size? And then we can say Let's log it, of course, and of course stop playing. And then maybe we could say just to see what results we get there. But yeah, we're getting close to the end of the stream. We've been going for almost 2 hours, so yeah, I think that's a good time to take a break. I know I'm not very visible. Maybe I have to change it on my camera. Oh, I just opened Godot for some reason. I could always do like, maybe I should keep it on automatic. Hey bro, what's going on here? What are you making? You know, just a little game, I suppose. Working on damage numbers, moving some stuff from C++, from blueprints to C++. We just finished. So we're just trying to double check some things, cross some T's, dot some I's with these damage numbers. Kind of looking at the workflow for how I'm getting the information. Not the best, and I might want to get my damage pipeline again at some point, but whatever at the moment. So right now we're just trying to make sure we compile. We just worked on a small little offset for the critical hit text. I am doing my computer science degree. Are these things really hard? Or, I mean, yeah, things are hard. You just gotta keep at it and learn, hopefully. You know, I'm trying to learn coding on my own time. I'm mostly blueprints kind of guy. But it gets easier over time. Obviously, I'm only really scratching the surface of these things. But yeah, just keep trying some stuff. Yeah, hard becomes easier, then becomes harder again. It's a nice little roller coaster. You know, you think you grasp something, and then some new thing comes into the mix, and then it kind of throws you all out of whack again. So let's look at our log. I just want to see what the desired size will be. So there's our critical. Looks a little bit better. Let's look at our output log. So damage number UI size is 122 by 30. So I think that makes sense. It looks better. Like it's positioned over the head a little bit better. Impressive game you built there. I love it. Do you do full courses on these videos? No, I have an ongoing thread on the Epic Games forums that I'm not doing the best at updating. And obviously right now my game is running at 15 FPS, but that just might be because of some weird shit. My GPU is at like 97%. I'm also streaming. I should also stop drawing this debug sphere. But in general, it looks a lot better, and it's all done in C++. think I still have my scoped named event. So scoped name event. I put that somewhere. I don't remember where. I think it was in my library. Library, capability system, library. I say scope or just name. No, it's not there. Where did I put this thing? Let's just do a trace real quick. Do bam. Stop the trace. I'm trying to remember, did I name it something with damage? On damage dealt? Apply damage to target. Damage number. I can't remember if I have some scope name thing in here. I also gotta double check if that's even what it's called. So, for any interested parties, you can look at that if I'm looking at the moment. Scope named event is what I'm looking for. Do I have this written anywhere in my code? I thought I had put it somewhere. No. Is it in my execution class? So damage. Execution. No. I could have sworn I put a scope event somewhere. Maybe I got rid of it. It's like in my melee base, I'm trying to just work backwards here. So I was checking stuff here. Not sure. I'm driving myself crazy. So I don't know if I called it damage or anything. There's my undamaged callback. I don't know why it's up 1.3 milliseconds. But yeah, I think overall it's still an improvement. I need to see why I'm getting such low FPS, like on this monitor specifically. And also just quickly check shipping build. I made one a couple days ago, I think. I'll have to remake a shipping build, most likely. Hey, thanks for the follow out there on Facebook, Lane. I appreciate that. Yeah, let's look real quick here. Probably not going to run the best either because of like everything, but you know, it says I'm getting over like around 100. Honestly, this is still the old build from like yesterday or a couple days ago. Shipping builds are relatively smooth. Gotta fix hit reactions, always doing knockbacks and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't really want him moving like this under some circumstances. So we'll have to see. Yeah, the performance is not that great, even on shipping builds. But also, then again, I'm streaming and I'm doing like kind of heavy, intensive stuff. So maybe that's the problem. So yeah, I'll make a new shipping build with the updates with the UI and everything. And I'll probably need to restart my PC anyway. So I'll do a cook. I'll see how the shipping build compares, see if it still works. Then I'll do a restart. And then I want to start working on my block and my parry stuff. Because right now I have a shield, but obviously, you press block and he does the motion, but he doesn't switch to a specific locomotion. So we're going to have to update that. And then obviously when you let go of the shield, it'll drop down. So I need to work on like a parry. So you go like, and you can parry something. Honestly, the animation's not the greatest, but we deal with what we got. So I think also because it's a shipping build, I don't have a way to exit out correctly. So eventually we're gonna have to work on like the start screen and stuff like that. I just noticed the music also stopped, so I'll put something else on. But for now, that's gonna be it for today. Thanks for everyone for watching. For those on Twitch, make sure you join our Discord. And if you aren't following here on Twitch, make sure to follow for more. I try to stream once or twice a week, depending on my schedule. Those on YouTube, make sure to subscribe. And everywhere else, make sure you keep joining back for more. So I don't see that we're having that many people watching, so we won't do any raids today. But have a good night, everybody, and see you soon.